everybody. It is the 26th of March 2022. I know because yesterday was the 25th. I had my doctor's appointment yesterday. Nothing bad. I just had to get some scripts. And here I got, this is Ruby, if you haven't seen her. My very first Reborn. When I purchased her, when did I get her? I think it was 2013 I got her. Well, this goes back to being my ex, where everything with my abandonment issues, my borderline personality, everything that came up was brought up by my ex. She didn't cause them, she just brought them out. And I went to a place called Heal for Life, which actually helps you live better with what happened in your childhood with trauma. And they suggested that you actually get a doll and nurture it like a baby. And remember someone, I don't know who it was, mentioned a reborn doll. I did not know what a reborn doll was. I had never heard of the term before. So when I got home, I went to eBay. I found one that I realised it wasn't a reborn, so I messaged the person, said, this is not what I want, can I cancel this? He said, no worries. Then I found little Ruby. And I'm not quite sure why I called her Ruby, as that I knew nothing about reborns. Yeah, what 2013, we're in 2022, so I've had her 8.5 years. She hasn't been touched up. The only thing I've actually had done to her is that she did have, like marks on her, but I actually got rid of those. There is a thing called, it's like a pimple cream, I can't remember what it was, but I actually did a video of removing marks from your reborns. And if I can find that video again, I'll go through my videos and I'll add a link to that video down in the description. So if you've got marks on your reborns, go and do this. I think it's Oxy 10, I think it is. Pretty sure it's Oxy 10. I'm in my lounge room. As you know, when I do my lounge room, I put the little toys up behind me to actually a bit more colour. Of course, my walls are, they're a cream. I know down in Coffs my walls were white. Everything was white. The ceiling, everything was white. But these more like a creamy colour and the ceiling's white. So this is Ruby. I know at one stage I was thinking of getting her touched up. No, fix her up. But I thought, no, this is how she's always been. I don't want to change her. Happy Easter. I finally got Archie on video talking. The video is a bit shaky. At this stage, when I'm not quite sure if I'm going to put it at the beginning or at the end, but I've got him talking. I know you've heard him before talking, but this is his latest phrase. And someone else said, I put it up on Facebook, I heard him say something else. And now he's saying Happy Easter, Happy Easter, Happy Easter, and it's I think we've got it right. Yeah, so she is, I'm never going to get her touched up because I like her the way she is. As I can compare her, I don't know who created her. She is I can't remember the kit name. But she was done, I think she's a Bountiful Baby Reborn. She's created by one of their sculptors in there. So, yeah, so that's it. What else? I had my very first inspection yesterday, which is, I thought, I got the email last week saying, inspection here, we're here for this time, blah. Okay. I thought, have they been here 3 months already? I thought, no, it's only been 2 months. I remember they saying when they actually signed the lease, they said, infections every 3 to 4 months. But this, oh, it doesn't worry me. I wasn't put out by it. I didn't have to do much really because I just had a vacuum and sweep the floors and everything was, you know, and just tidy up the baby's room a bit more. But no, my hair's a mess. It's early. It's probably about, let me see. It's 9:42 a.m. I was up early this morning. What time was I up? I can't remember what time I was awake this morning, but I was awake earlier than what the alarm went off. Oh, excuse me. So now when I do my Saturday chats, I know once I did it in the afternoon and it was late, it takes so long to actually save it. Then I actually have to convert it to another file extension, which makes it a smaller video. It compresses it, but doesn't change the quality of the video. And then it takes a couple hours to upload. So getting this early, it'll be uploaded because I have my shower anywhere between 7:30, 8 o'clock. Usually it's around 8 o'clock, have my shower, and I go to bed and I read for maybe a couple of hours. That is my bedtime routine, and that works for me. It's good for my mental health. I've been doing it. There have been a couple of times since I've been here where it's been later, especially one Saturday when I was doing a video. It took so long to upload, and I realise that when that happens, it really puts me out of whack. So going back to a routine, does anybody else have a bedtime routine? Do you get ready for bed? You're preparing yourself for bed? Yeah, because when I go to bed, I sometimes get on my phone, but usually I read. I just read one book. What was it called? I think it was a Baby, Dear or Dear Baby. Usually I read. Can you hear him? He sometimes says 3 times over. Good boy. Let's go and get him to say happy birthday. What else was I going to say? I got the 3-time routine. I know kids, when you have kids, they have a bedtime routine. And I feel adults should have a bedtime routine, especially as we get on in years. Oh, I'm still young, but especially, as I said, it's good for my mental health to actually have this routine and get to bed at a decent hour. And I know if I'm looking forward to going to bed because I'm going to read. I'm just going to bed. Yeah. And I enjoy my bedtime routine. Oh no, I've got some water there. What else is going on? I said this is. Oh, now it says. Oh, excuse me. I know I've only got a little bit of water, but I just got a tickle in my throat. Bedtime routine. What? Oh yeah, yesterday I had a doctor appointment. I just had to get some scripts, and I rang up last week, made the appointment. They said 3 o'clock. Yeah, good time, 3 o'clock. Then when I got a text, we usually get a text. I got a text the day before confirming that I will be there for the appointment, and the appointment then said 3:15. I said, okay, for some reason they changed. That's okay, 3:15. So yeah, I'll be there. Then I catching a cab, so I called the cab. I was waiting for the cab. I was waiting and I wait. Of course, when I call a taxi, I get a text message saying they're on their way and all this kind of stuff. Then about 3 o'clock, I got a message from the doctor's wanting to know where I was. I said, my appointment's not till 3:15. She said, well, you've got to come at 3 o'clock so you can see the nurse so she can do your obs, weight, blood pressure, all the works. So I said, well, nobody told me that. They did not mention that I had to be there at 3 o'clock. And I said, okay. I said, is it too late to cancel? No, it's too late to cancel. I said, okay, we'll get there. When was it? Then I rang about 3:05 saying that I'm not quite sure if I'll be there because the taxi hasn't let me know they're on the way and everything. So, okay. Then I can't remember what happened. And I don't know what, I kept waiting and waiting. Then I don't know what time it was, 3:30. I thought, maybe if I come in, because I was outside waiting, maybe if I come inside, maybe the taxi might come. So I unlocked the door, come in, I was going to have a drink. And just as I got into the kitchen, I got a text message saying, your taxi had been dispatched. I thought, I should have did it earlier. And when the taxi come and everything, I said, I'm running late, it's an appointment. He said, well, they're busy. They've been busy the whole week. He could not believe. And they're down one car because one taxi had to actually go to Brisbane, which is about, let me see, 4 hours north. Brisbane is in Queensland. It's the capital of Queensland. This taxi had to take someone up there and he had to wait for them and he's going to bring them back. So they were a taxi down. And he said, normally I would have been there at the doctor's at 3 o'clock because he said, it's just been so busy. He said, what's happened because we've had the big flood and the government has given so much money to every adult and child who was actually affected by the flood. Everybody's got their money and they're out shopping. So they're out shopping. But for me to be shopping at that late, it was different because usually, I got the itch. I haven't got the itch. The last week or so maybe, it's like something's biting me. It's not, I've got my imagination. There is something that you think like something's biting you is not. But the problem is I can't see it. And I actually have marks on the top of my thigh. I've got scratches on my leg where I've been itching. And I thought, my goodness, what is this? What is going on? Was this clean before I left? I don't know. I thought something was here. So when I had my inspection yesterday, I was talking to the real estate lady and I was telling her, she said, well, it's probably midges. And midges, I've never been anywhere where midges have been before. And the midges are very tiny animals, insects, little tiny things. So tiny you can't see them, but you can feel them. And I thought, oh my, I'll be sitting here sometimes and baby, I could just feel them. And I said, you can't see them, they're so tiny. And I thought, how am I going to get rid of these? They're not so bad today. So I think maybe my lounge, I got my lounge cleaned. It's never been cleaned. It's very about 4.5 years old. I've never had it cleaned. So I did a Google and found out to help rid your house, to stop midges from coming in and not going to you, going somewhere else. You get some apple cider vinegar, put it in a bowl with some dishwashing liquid, and that attracts them. So when I went shopping yesterday, I actually did get some apple cider vinegar. I got the cheap brand, and I put it out near the door out there. And I also got one of those draft snakes. I got that, when did I get that? I got that on... One day I went uptown, I can't remember what days I went uptown, and I got one of those draft snakes, and what I've done with that, because there's a little tiny step getting in outside into my door, I've actually put that down in the step, and it's actually not, that's what I got it for, stop the draft coming in when it get cold, but putting it there might actually stop the midges coming in too. But then again, they said they can actually come through screens, because they're so tiny. So hopefully I've got the door closed, and it's the weather, all the rain we've had, that's actually caused these midges coming, and never ever in my life had anything to do with midges. Mozzies, sandflies, yeah, but midges are shocking. What else is happening? Okay, and this, I know I've said it before, my channel, I think if you go way back to my early videos, you'll see it has Celys Reborn girls. And when I got my first boy, which is coming up, I thought, what am I going to change it? How am I going to call? I can't call it Celys Reborn girls anymore because I got a boy, and someone said CelysRebornBabies. So that's how my channel name came about. And I've also, when I first started, everything was lowercase, all the same. And I can't remember when I changed it where the C and the R and the B were capital, so it stands out, so it's easier to read. I just realised the other day that I've actually, because I've changed my background to yellow and purple, I'm thinking I might change, I've got to hit you back, change the hearts on my end card as well to have the yellow and purple, because purple is my favourite colour. Yellow is my inner child's favourite colour. That reminds me, I've got to get a purple pillow cover. I got this, it's yellow. I actually got this for nothing. How did I get it for nothing? I got it off Wish, and it took so long to get here, it never arrived. So they refunded me. And the next day, it turned up. So this is my inner child's favourite colour, yellow. I found that on my last visit to Hill for Life last year, and it's hard to describe how it felt, had that connection. I know others have said you talk to them, you get this connection, and I thought, I didn't realise what it was going to be like. I thought it would be something longer than what it was, but it was like a split second there was this connection between me and my inner child. And I know we were doing something at a chair, and I just picked up this crayon and colouring, and in that split second it came to me that yellow, I picked up the yellow crayon, which happens to be my inner child's foot, and all I did was, on this paper was, I just had the crayon, I was just going over the thing, just yellow, yellow, it was all, the whole page was just yellow. And when I finished, had to go, I thought, I had yellow on my hand, I said, I do not want to wash my hand because that means I'm getting rid of the yellow. What did I do? I wiped it on my face. And everybody, they all wanted to know what it was. I told them, and they thought, and the lady who actually started Heal for Life, she was there, and she thought, you know, that was the best Heal for Life one I've been to. At this stage, I don't think we'll be going again, because moving to Grafton has been the best thing ever. I know I said that when I moved to Coffs. It was because I didn't realise I was not only getting away from my ex up there, but I was also getting away from my family. But moving to Grafton, it's got me away from what's happened in Coffs Harbour. Although there were some good things that did happen in Coffs Harbour. Meeting Sarge was a very good thing, but getting away from my family was a good thing. But, and it was Grafton. And I also think what it is here is my place here is a lot bigger. I know I've said before, and is a lot bigger. I had more light coming into my home. Like behind me is where the kitchen area is, and there's window and a big glass door, and there the curtains If it's sunny, I have the curtains closed. I don't want all the sun coming in. But we've got an overcast day, expecting more rain, and I've got the sun up. And it's, I think, having light coming in. I have my lounge room light on all the time until about 6, 6:15. That's because if I didn't have the light on, it'd be dark. And I mainly have it on for Archie. Hey, Archie. Oh, yeah. Something else I want to talk to. We all know how we have these reborn scams. Everybody out there, they cannot afford a reborn. This Ruby, I just remember, she's the Anna Kit by Pat Moulton. Ruby, what was I going to say? Oh, I forgot now. Now, that's right, Ruby. Ruby cost me $150 that was including postage. I did get some outfits with her and everything. And when I got her, because I never heard the Reborn before, never knew what they were, never felt one and everything. And when I felt the weight of her, it was amazing. And well, I was still with my ex at the time, because we'd only not long into the relationship. And she held her, and she could not believe, because she's a mum, so she's got 4 boys, and she could not believe. And when I was getting the Reborn, I told her, she said, well, if it helps, go for it. And yeah, I know Ruby's not perfect, but she's mine. But then all babies are not perfect, are they? You get babies that are not perfect, and you get babies who sadly had some physical deformity about them. You get these conjoined twins who are born, and it's just so, but as I said, Ruby's not perfect. No baby is perfect. But she's perfect for me. That's what I was going to say. Scammers. I found this channel on YouTube. It is amazing. I mean, it is amazing. And you all know about scamming reborns. People out there who want to scam you for your reborns. Thank you. And you think you're getting a good deal, and you get a crap reborn. Or you don't get anything that looks like the picture. We know all about those websites. Something else, I'll get back to it if I remember. Well, actually, this channel on YouTube is called Scammer Payback. And what he does, he actually rings up the scammers where they're going to help him, they're going to pay money, and he can change his voice to anything. And one of the biggest scams really out there is they say you owe them money for something or other. We want you to pay us in gift cards. You got to get so many these gift cards, and that's how and you send them off. That's how they scam you, because they send them off and that's it. So if someone, that's okay. So if someone is actually saying you own some company, not whatever, say you owe them money and they want you to pay them in gift cards, don't. But go and have a look at this channel. It's called Scammer Payback. This guy is amazing. You know, he did one with yesterday where he was a little old lady. You know, he sounded like a little, even had a wig on, even though the scammers can't see him. Had a little old wig on to help him crack the part for himself. He changed his voice to a little old lady. And he was out at, I don't know, Target or something, getting gift cards. And in the process of that, he changed his voice so he was the manager of the store. saying the manager is a bit wary about what's going on. But the other guy who he was doing these cards to said, no, it's all legit. I'm her grandson and she's getting me some money, blah, blah, blah. And no. All these scammers are Indian. There was one, he actually can get in their computer. He found where one was. And they were in Syria, Russia, somewhere over there. It is amazing. I know there's this thing on Facebook. It says, if you want so pick a number in this thing that's not a certain number. And you get all the people in there. I did this, put the number, it's okay, where's my money? He said, well, go over here to register, went over there. What they want you to do is actually send them gift cards of a certain amount. Then they will give you money. This is a scam. Big scam. No matter who they are, someone you don't know wants to actually ask you to send them gift cards with so much money on each gift card to pay them. Don't. There's so many scams going on over there. It is amazing. And they get the elderly, get caught out. They don't know what they're doing. One of the videos, one lady had just been scammed. And this guy, I can't remember what his name was, who does the channel, he said that he has finance and everything for what happens, and he was going to give this lady back the money that she lost. And she couldn't believe it. When he first rang her, she was a bit weary because she was scammed. She was a bit weary who she was talking to. But when he started to talk about what he does, then she realised she'd actually heard of him. And I said, it's not just Reborn. It just, no matter what you're doing, everyday life, if something seems too good to be true, it's not true. As we know, people are scamming Reborns. I know one of my Reborns was up for sale. One lady on Facebook was a bit weird, wanted to know if I had what was on the back of it, did it something on the back of his neck. I said it only has the artist or the it only has the artist or the kit. No, I can't remember now. And she did not want to get scammed. I said I can understand that, but said my kits, the Reborns I have for sale, the kits are authentic kits, but she didn't buy it. But of course she was scared that she was going to get scammed. I know one of my Reborns, I actually, when I received it, it wasn't actually painted. It was just, it may have been painted a little bit, but and I had to, and I actually did a video of this. When I opened it up, what was inside was ridiculous. And I've heard people say they've had sand inside their Reborns. I think it was on Facebook where one person said she actually checks her Reborns all the time to see what is inside them. It is ridiculous. People use this cheap stuff, yet they sell the Reborn for a ridiculous amount of money. And it's just not right. And in saying that, something else about Reborns, you know, in fact, that you go on, and especially in the marketplace, they got these adverts for Reborns. You click, you go to a site where all these Reborns are. We all know they're fake. And so this one, I actually reported it as a scam. And now I'll go and look into it. They haven't got back to me yet. And I've seen another one, and I reported it. I can't remember what I reported as. But it's just ridiculous. They steal other people's videos. So you'd think, oh, this person has purchased a doll, a Reborn from this website, and this is what they got. That's the way they scam. But where are these Reborns? Where are these people actually situated? You go onto the website. Actually, I was going to do the video because I seen one on this website, and I thought, what? I've still got to find a perfect. I know I did have a screen capture where I could video my computer screen to do it. I did try my camera, but it wasn't as good. So I'll have a go at that again, and this other site, and I'll wait to see what happens with Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you actually go into Marketplace, do a search for Reborns, and you will see the video advertising this website. Go in there. If you see it, report it as scam or fraudulent or something misleading, whatever they pick one of the things why you are reporting this. And that is the way to go. They even come up on Facebook sometimes. I know one of them actually blocked me from commenting because I was out there. It is so beware. If you're just, you're not in the Reborn community and you just clicked on a video, if it's my video or someone else's video in the Reborn community, just be careful. If you want to want to buy a Reborn, check. Reborns aren't cheap. Oh yeah, I know I paid $150 for her. Well, that was back in, what did I say? 2013. I think she's probably my cheapest. But then I got her some dresses. I actually should do a video of, because I've still got the outfits that came with her. And I used to, one of the outfits came with her. I used to actually go shopping with her with wearing this one of the outfits, the knitted outfits. So yeah. Yeah, what do we have? Okay, I've got another baby. So we'll say goodbye. We will say goodbye. Bye. Sit over there. Now this one is my first boy. I have no idea. There was something about this one why I got him, and I don't know why. And I think he's actually a Reborn. I think he's. Don't know. But then, in the past when I started collecting, I actually didn't buy them for the kit. I actually brought them because I like the look of them, which is what we all do. And this is why I brought this little fella. I named him Leo because that's the name that came to me. Really, that is, for any newbie out there who's new to my channel, I've said this in the past, I'll say again. When I've actually, the names for my Reborns, some, yes, I've actually given to myself, but then other times the name actually comes to me, and the names that come to me are members of my family who have passed on. Like for Leo. Leo was my great uncle. He was my grandfather's brother. In actually fact, it's not great uncle. If you think about it, your grandparents, you don't say great parents, right? So instead of saying great uncle, it should be grand uncle. Who agrees? So this is Leo. I have no idea something about him that made me want to buy him. I brought him off Facebook, of Trina Treasures. She's a reliable. I've got other babies from her. She did Garfield. Where's Garfield? Oh, Garfield in the baby with my two special babies in the bed. I don't know what was something about this little boy that I can't remember. If I look in my my spreadsheet, it should have the name of the kit. But can you tell the name of the kit? Who was? He's a Reborn, which Reborn means he's from Bountiful Baby. So yeah, as I say, he's not perfect. Like everything, everyone's not perfect. I don't know what it is. I don't know how much I paid for him. I'm glad I didn't. Maybe that would be easy, especially if I've sold a couple. If I did have because some I don't know what I've paid for, and I wish now that I actually kept in the spreadsheet what I paid them, so I know how much they were. So if I did want to, there's some that I will never sell. Like Ruby will never be sold. Aggie and Lottie will never be sold because they're two very special kids. I'm like, yeah. Leo, I never met Leo, my great uncle. I don't know why. He never lived, because what's that? I don't know why that's stuck in there. Coconut. Why have I got coconut? I don't know. And that's I just realised I haven't cleaned my teeth this morning. Sorry about that. Tummy time. Oh, no, tummy. I never met Leo. Pop had, Pop was one of 5, sorry, one of 6. He did have a half sister. But I only knew Pop and Vic. Vic was an amazing man. He was, he never had kids. He was married, but he never had kids, sadly. So maybe if he had kids, there would have been more O'Neills around. But yeah, excuse me. Oh, this is a good water bottle. It's a Smash water bottle. This is better than the other one I had, plus cheaper, because I like that. It pips up. So what else is happening? Vic. I've actually have seen photos of Vic. Sorry, not Vic, Leo. And he, tummy time on my lip. It's funny, I just automatically started rubbing his back. I don't know. We never call our aunties and uncles auntie and uncle. They're always by that first, just by their name. Mum, I did meet all Mum's siblings one day. We had a big reunion of the Partridge family. Yes, we are members of the Partridge family. Mum was a Partridge. We had a reunion of the Partridge family up at Mawullumba Showground a long, long time ago. And I can remember they had all these old photos, and I was up there looking at all these photos, and this lady come up and called me Phyllis. Phyllis is my mum's name. So she thought I was my mum. And in other ways, I am like my mum, except the one way. Mum could have kids, you know, she had 9 of us. Me, I couldn't have any. When I went to the doctor yesterday, he said about pap smear. I said, nah, I gave up on those. He said, why? Well, I said I had to have a hysterectomy, and after that, because I had HPV, which caused my almost cancer, and I had to go, after hysterectomy, I had to go back every 3 months for a checkup, and every 3 months the HPV was still there, and then I had to go for another operation trying to get rid of that. And in the process, I had to insert cream in me to help where they burnt it off. And I can remember one day I was laying in the bed, had this tube in my hand to put the cream in, and I was crying. I hated doing it, and I just got it and I threw it across the room. And that's why I stopped having pap smears. I had one about 3 years ago, only because the doctor at the time actually thought there was time. She tried twice, or the 3 times to do a pap smear, and it hurt every time, and she couldn't get anything to do a test. And her bad, because the reason why she couldn't get a sample was because as you're older, us women, inside it gets thinner and it's just harder. So she sent me to the gyno, and the gyno was a lot easier. He didn't hurt, it was good. So, and that, I don't know when it's over. It's over. No, where was I living then? No, I was living in Phillip Street, that's why. And yeah. I told the guy yesterday, I said, I've given up on pap smears. I got sick and tired of being poked. Men, what the main thing is for prostate, they get the finger up their arse. I can remember when I was with my ex in Mooloolaba, he went for a prostate examination and he didn't know how they're going to do it until he seen a doctor put her gloves on. And he thought, oh no. And I said, I wish I could have either seen that. Oh, I have a finger up to us. You know, we get prodded, we get stuffed things up us, we get our boobs squished. And I am sick of that, you know. I have got a cyst here. When I found a lump, the doctor at the time I was seeing said, it's only a type of cyst. I said, but I want it checked out. And so I had a mammogram, ultrasound was all right. But it got a little bit infected, went already in that, but when it's come back big, I don't worry about it. That's what I said yesterday. He said, what about mammogram? I said, no, I've given up all of that. You know, I'm sick of it. I don't want to have to go through all that, make an appointment, get your boob. Mammograms didn't worry me. I know a pap smear, I'm supposed to have one every year because of the HPV and that, but mammograms, I think I'm supposed to have that every year too because it's in the family. And it's in the family because my mother's parents both died of bowel cancer. Bowel cancer, ovarian cancer and breast cancer, all related. So if someone in your family has got either one of those, there's a chance that you can get either one of those. Like my grandparents had bowel cancer. My sister got breast cancer, which is connected. Mum had bowel cancer, but which means we should get tested probably. But I'm sick of that. The last time I had a colonoscopy, it set my anxiety off. So I'm sick of being poked and prodded and squished. I've had it. No, I don't care anymore. I've got no reason to care. Yeah, what's it said? If I find out, oh, you got cancer, we've got to have treatment. No, because I'm not going to, if I was told I had cancer, depends on the cancer, what it was, I am not going to have any treatment. Because they put poison, what they're putting into your body is poison. And it kills, and it makes you even worse. And you're going to eventually die anyway. You know, a friend up in Mooloolaba, she had breast cancer. She had her breast off. It came back and she passed away. And I am not scared of dying. I used to be scared of dying, but I am not scared of dying. Because my beliefs, this is only from reading a book about Elvis. And that it wasn't actually Elvis, it was about his housewife where Elvis appeared to her. And he actually took her to heaven where she met his mum with heaven and all that, you know. And I don't know in that book was true, but this was. And that's what changed my idea of death. I'm not scared of death. The dying part, yes. Death, no. I don't care what happens to my body after I die because it's just a body. It's just our shell that our spirit is living in our body that keeps us alive. It's going. When we die, our spirit doesn't die. This is my belief. I'm not putting my beliefs on anyone. This is my belief. Our spirit still lives and just goes on. If you come back again in another life, maybe. I don't know. What's that word? Reincarnation is a fact. Little kids actually have known they actually been here before and it has been proven. So if we come back, we come back. If we don't, we go, you know, and I'm not worried. Dying is just another part of living. It's the next step after living. You're born, you live, you die. And that is the process. There's nothing is going to stop us from dying. You know, people say treatment will help you live longer. But making yourself live longer, what quality of life do you have? I know that people out there, they've got all these disabilities and things. That's what they were born with, or it happened in later life. And they actually have got a quality of life. No matter what is wrong with them, that quality of life is good. But when you come down to with cancer, going through the treatment, it loses your quality of life. You are sick. And for me, being alone, I wouldn't want to do that. No, I would rather just, if I get something wrong with where it's painful or whatever, then I'll see a doctor about find out what his pain was. And if it says, okay, it could be cancer, have all tests, okay, what you is cancer, that's it. I know I've got cancer, so I'm going to live with cancer, and that's the way it's going to be. I am not going to fight it. What's the sense of living longer? What have I got to live longer for? I joined a group on Facebook, a grafting group of the girls. They go out all the time. They go to the coffee, meet up once a week for morning tea and chat at one of the local pubs. The first week I missed it. Last week I was all ready to go. I got up next morning and I couldn't go because I am scared of meeting new people. I am scared of going out to making friends because friends in the past have left or they treated me like crap and I left them. And that is what, you know, and in, I don't know, maybe in my everyday life, where I'm going, I think something might happen. I don't know. I know yesterday I went out to the doctor, I had to see a nurse, and I said I'm trying to lose weight and all this, and I said I had told how much I lost back in 2012, and I got into this crap of a relationship. She wanted to know what I was. I said, you was a man, so now as a woman, so I said, I don't know what I'm at the moment. I have been treated, the way I've been treated by women in the rainbow community has really hit me. And I actually don't think about, I do think about it. I actually don't talk about that anymore. And it's also one of the reasons why I changed my thumbnail with the image, with the colours. It's because it's like the way I've been treated, especially my ex and other women. These are women that I've met. I'm not talking about other ones, but I still can't watch. It is hard to watch Stephanie's channel because of she's gay. Yeah. But it's just hard for me because the way I've been treated by how they've lied to me, how they couldn't accept when I don't like to do things, the lies and the deceitfulness and the name calling, blaming me for things that I never did. And it's all come to me. It's like that part of me is that being pressed down again. And when I think back into 2005, the joy I felt when I realised I was gay, it was the most happiest I have ever been in my life. Before that and since. That is the time in my life where I was the most happiest. I think about when I was with my ex. Yes, there were times I was happy, but it was all lies. She lied. And that just, I can't stand liars. That part of me has changed. And it is, I actually even threw out things because they were rainbow. I had a candle I brought when I went to a Pride Day in Tamworth. I threw it out. I had this flag, pride flag. I threw it out. I did not want it in my home. I threw out this other toy, rainbow toy thing I got from Kmart. I threw it out. I still got this throw blanket I brought, but it's the rainbow, but that really cost me a lot. But it's out of sight. I got these, you know, but otherwise I don't. If someone's talking about that, I don't mention it. It just, before I used to be so proud of who I was. Now it's like I don't want to talk about it. It is something because it's the way I've been treated. And maybe before I realised it's always been there. I was born this way and everything. I don't know. And it's finally come out. And I said, that was the most happiest time of my life. And I wish I could go back to that time. You know, to get that feeling back when I was back there. I think it was the 15th of October. We're in the 12th, 13th of October, 2005. And the stress, the tension of going through the realisation was tough. But when it came out, it was like, this is me. And now I can't say that really anymore. I can't say that who I am. You know, just saying it, I just can't. And it's hard. I know yous out there who are straight. I know when I told my sister at the Christmas, she said to me, how do you know? And my reply was, how do you know you're straight? That is the question. You know, if people question who you are, no matter how you identify as, how do you know you were? You know? Straight people have it so easy. You were born, always knew that you were straight and going through all this. Yet, we go through so much. And because, I said, women from the community, rainbow gay community, has the way they've treated me is just, it's actually pushed that part of me down, which I don't actually talk about anymore. This is the first time I've actually talked. Actually, no, I actually spoke to my psychologist I was seeing in Coffs Harbour, because it was something I was proud of who I was. Now, I'm not, because how I've been treated. And I just don't let anybody know. Except yesterday when I was at the nursery, I said I don't know what I am anymore because of the way I've been treated. She's 29, she said. She hasn't had a boyfriend since she was in her late for 10 years, and said she's happy. Am I happy? The one thing I would really like to know is, what is love? For me, love doesn't last. That's how I see it, you know? Yes, I did love Jim. But did I love Donna? I have no idea. I told her I did, but I don't know if I did, because I never got to know her. We weren't even friends. We just dived into the relationship. Or she pulled me into it, and I just followed. And in being with her, and I found out there's things about me that I've never told anyone. I couldn't even tell her because I was scared of how she would react when I told her. Because there are times when I can remember once we went up to Yamba, which is not far from where I'm living now. And I can remember this one night, she cooked a meal, we sat down to eat, and from then on, I don't remember what happened. I do remember during the night crying, but I was crying. I wasn't crying really loud, but I woke up crying. And when I told her this, it wasn't like she wasn't being, wanted to know, find out, talk about it. She said, oh, you ruined the weekend. But thinking now, maybe maybe there was a dream I had that triggered me or something. I don't know, because I actually had a dream before where it triggered me the next day. I know that now. But it's like, speaking out is hard. It's always been on my mind about, going my head, how I feel about myself and being in that community. I just don't want to be there. And I don't have to be there. I don't feel I'm never going to have another relationship. I don't know. I know I'm a good person. I know I probably have a lot to give someone. The things I did for Donna, showing her that I did want to be with her, it seems it meant nothing to her, because of the lies and everything. I know I haven't spoken about her for a long time, because it's just, the other day when I was shopping, I was coming out of Big W to check out, and who did I see? From the back, I knew it was her. And I thought, my God, and she was with another woman. She had the best in me, but she chose to ruin that. She knew that I trusted her. She knew everything I told her was the truth, except once I didn't, but that was by text. But when we seen each other again, I actually explained and I told her what it was. But she just continually lied all through the relationship. And when you get someone through that, you know, if I had to choose choose between one of my exes, who would I go with? I would go with Jim. You know, because of the way Donna was. I don't know if there's that going to be anyone. It's just hard. Then getting the trust, but I don't know. Come on, little man. Come on. You know? Because I know I shouldn't say, but I see myself as damaged good because of how people have treated me. People don't think about what they're doing. They don't think about the consequences. They only think about themselves. So, I don't know. Oh, getting away from that, there's another channel I actually watch. It's called Living on a Dime. It's a mother, I think it's a mother and daughter. And they actually help to save money. It's amazing. It's actually something, if you look, that made me realise why American called hot chips fries. I realise now, because you got to fry them before you eat them. Sorry, mate, that's it. And also green beans. Yes, they are green, but we just call them beans. But then I realised you've actually got different kind of beans. You've got black eye beans and everything. Yes, we have. We got baked beans. We call them baked beans because they are baked beans. Our green bean vegetables, we just call them beans. And it's like, we have indicators on our cars that indicate we're going left or right. You call, what do they call them? Oh, now I can't remember what the name was called. Oh, it was there, but it actually tells you what it actually does. Indicator, no. Direction, no. Change, was it changing signal? I can't remember. But like the sidewalk, you're walking beside the road. We call a footpath. We call horse riding, where you don't, this is something I see on another show called horseback riding. It's like you got to say what you're doing so people will know. And it's really weird how things different change. And like biscuits. Biscuits are like our ginger nut biscuits, our niece. And that, where you call them cookies. I know we call ones that Subway, we call them cookies because they're cookies. And it's another thing, Subway sell subs, where you call them sandwiches. Am I correct? I've heard people call them sandwiches. They're not sandwiches, they're subs. Sandwiches where you have 2 slices of bread. And minced meat, we call our minced meat, you call it ground meat. It's minced meat because we have minced it. How is your ground meat created? Do you know how it is? It's actually put through a mincer. I know because I've actually done it. I've actually pushed it all through to make the snags and everything. I used to work in a butcher shop and it's minced meat, ground beef. It's just different names for different countries, like lollies. I love lollies. I know in America you call them candy. We have lollipops. I don't know what we cook. Yeah, you probably call them candy pops. I don't know. Lollipop, like chubba chubs. It's different things. And it's crazy. Especially where the UK, they also have the same names as things we do. And it's really because in way back when the convicts they were sent convict out, they actually were first sent to America. Then they got to the stage where, sorry, we do not want it anymore. We are full. So then they started bringing them to Australia. So then maybe that's why we got the things from the UK, like the nappies and the dummies and the cots. The cots is what Americans call cribs. They're cots. What else is there? I'm trying to think. Dummies. And also, our onesies in Australia, like babies' clothes, is what Americans call pajamas. They're not pajamas. We call them onesies. And what we call bodysuit, you call them onesies. It's just crazy. And we call our garbage, or you call it trash. So when you have a trash and treasure store, you have a trash and treasure. You have trash from the garbage. What else? I don't know if anything else I come. As you know, sometimes there's things I want to talk about in my chat, and sometimes there's things that just I talk about. It's just things that come out. I know I've been wanting to talk about the things about me and how I'm feeling about myself and who I am. But it has been a long time coming. I've felt this way for a long time. And when I told it's something I was proud of, now I'm not anymore, as I said, because of the way I've been treated. By lies, deceitfulness, and blaming for things that I didn't do, not being more considerate of my feelings, with my ex about how things were. And it's just, it's no wonder that, I can't say the word. Effed up. In saying that, about Archie, I've got to be careful what I say. I very, very rarely say the F word. I never say the F word in public. If I usually at home, it's very rarely. But he hasn't picked that up yet. But he has picked up shit. I think one day he's going to pick up cheese, because when I start my video, I push a button, something supposed to say cheese, and it's supposed to start or take the photo or whatever. I take it so many times it doesn't work. I was just thinking of something. I don't know. Forgot. I don't know of anything else I want to talk about. I know what I should do. Anybody who's watching this, if you had a birthday in the past week, or you got a birthday coming up, happy birthday. I hope you have a great day wherever you are in this beautiful world. Yes, at the moment we've got, what time are we? We're 10:42 and it was supposed to rain at 10 o'clock, but it hasn't. It might have, but I didn't hear it. So, and in saying that, did anybody see my last video with my marshmallows? I have been really good. I've only had one each day, and the one I had yesterday, I can't remember what it was, but it was nicer than the one I had the first day. I don't know what it was, but it was nice. So as I said, I'm having one each day, and it's like, that's all I want. And with my weight, I put on last week, which I thought was weird. Then the week before I lost. I don't know. But then again, with the doctor at the doctor's yesterday, the nurse, she weighed me. And by that weight, I've actually had lost weight since Monday. But I don't record that. I record Mondays. So when I start voluntary work, I actually can't work Mondays, because Mondays is the day I weigh myself. It's a lot easier. Oh. Actually, maybe that's working, because I haven't been feeling any bites, and all my head gets itchy. I've never been attacked by mites before. I never had them, but because of the rain and where we are, and just different, because all the ground gets soggy. I know yesterday I went to the doctor's, come out, it was raining. I took my umbrella because I knew I was going to need it. It was raining. I said, that's it. I took my shoes off. Well, all I had on was my thongs, so I took those off. I walked around barefooted. I'm like that. I love going barefooted whenever I can. Yeah. I've got to go for a blood test, which we'll do that on Tuesday. Then I got to find somewhere in town to actually have something for breakfast. I'll see how I go. I might go get a sausage roll. And another thing, as I said, I've been taken on. There was one person who commented on my video last week about how I'm always talking about my bowels and what's going on. And I thought about it later. I thought, okay, what if there's someone else who sees this and is also going something like similar? And they think, oh, I've come across, maybe this will help me. Yes, I am taking these digestive enzymes, and I've had no bloating in the last week, which is good. I take one a day. I take one at lunch, and if I remember, one at tea. Although it says 3, but at the moment things are going good. I've had don't feel the bloating. I can fart and not think, am I going to shit myself? That's been good. And it has been really good. I actually have lactose-free milk. Maybe in time I could go off that, but I'm too scared because how it affects. But in all that, things looking good in that position, and maybe What? What do you want? I know what I got to do. I didn't shake your seed. I got the best seed feeder. Is the best. Where the seed doesn't go all over the floor. All I get on the floor is his feathers. It's called Seed Mate, where they've got to get into it to get the seed, and all the seed husk doesn't go all over the floor, so they can't figure it around. So if you've got a budgie and you hate having husk and that all around the place, it's called a Seed Mate, and it is the best thing. Oh my goodness. I know, I actually wanted to get it, I actually thought I'll finally get him a bird bath. So I ordered the bird bath on eBay, and for some reason it was returned. It didn't get here. It was returned, but I got my money back. So I'm going to try again and see if I can get one for him, just to put him in the bottom of the cage to see if he'll have a swim. Archie Bonacci! We have got Easter coming up. Is it 3 weeks? I think it's 3 weeks. So then I'm going to get some hot cross buns, which means I'll have to buy some butter, margarine better than, what was it, butter? I don't know. And that means I've got to get some Easter eggs for myself. The one Easter eggs I used to love buying, they used to get a hollow Easter egg, and used to have those little cream ones around it. You don't buy them anymore. Remember when we were kids, we used to get lolly Easter eggs. Oh my goodness. And we used to crack them open and get what was inside. But now it's all chocolate. I will be getting a chocolate Easter egg next shop. Yeah. My blood test, I haven't had a blood test for anything. I can't remember when the last one was. So the doctor said, okay, do a blood test. So that's Tuesday morning. It's payday, so I'll do it then. Payday, so it means I get my lamingtons and my French pastry. I've got a gas stove here, and I thought there would have been gas here left over from the person before, but I went to use it once and no. So when they were here yesterday, I asked about the gas. I said, you've got to buy your own gas. I thought they did. Nothing that wasn't explained about how I go. I've got to order the gas bottle. I just pay for the gas, and they pay for the hire and all this kind of stuff. So I don't think I can make little jam tarts. Mum used to make these jam tarts, and they were nice. She'd have an enamel plate, and she'd make pastry and spread the pastry out on it, and she'd spread jam over it. Then the leftover pastry, she'd twist the pastry and put it over the tart, over top of it, and she'd bake that. I wonder how it'll go with little ones in the air fryer. Because I'm thinking of actually getting a toaster oven. Because I want to have a go at making pizza. I know you can actually make pizzas in the air fryer, but then you've got to actually turn the air fryer on first, then put the pizza in so the cheese doesn't go all over the place. Then you've got to turn it up. So I thought if I get a sandwich maker and do it that way, but I'm going to look about this. Wait till I've got things I'm still paying off. Yeah. Marshmallow. I might go and have one of my marshmallows while I'm putting this together, and I will see you in the next video, which probably won't be till next week. I hope you have enjoyed this. And as I said, maybe something I've been talking about maybe goes back to you. Maybe there's something about you that brings up, oh, it's happened to me, and maybe I should try, especially with my bowels and that, maybe I will try that and see if it works for me, and because it's worked for me. So whatever. And the person who said what she said, I actually deleted the comment. I actually muted her. And so people, if you've got something to say, please say something nice. If there's something about my videos that you don't like for some reason, email me. My email is down the bottom. It's CelysRebornBabies@gmail.com. That is my email. If there's something you want me to talk about that you don't want to talk about it, email me for any suggestions. Want to talk about something. Yes, I think that's it. Emailing, if there's something you want to say to me, email me. I will talk about it, but I won't say your name unless I won't say your name. It's just got there. So we will say goodbye, and I will go and have my marshmallow. Which one will I have today? I have no idea. So we will see you next week. From me and from little Leo. What are you looking at? Oh, he's looking at Archie. Archie's over there. So we will see it everywhere, wherever in this beautiful world. Have a beautiful day, whatever the weather is. We are in autumn, so we're heading to into winter soon. We're in that first month of autumn. And also, I discovered on my calendar, daylight saving ends next month. I think it was the 3rd of April. Daylight saving ends in. The 3rd of April is actually Tigger's 10th birthday. I don't know if he's still alive. I was actually thinking of ring the RSPCA, see if they could find out, but I don't know. I'm going to do something on the 3rd of April for Tigger. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe, I don't know. Just remember him. Maybe I've got photos on my computer and everything of Tigger. Maybe I might put some more together and just they're all got dates and put different photos, make a little video for him to commemorate his 10th birthday. So we will see you next week, and everybody have a good day. Enjoy the world. If you're feeling down, if you're sick, whatever's going on, I hope you are feeling better soon. As I said, happy birthday to anyone from the past week and from the future week. Hope you have a good day. Hope you got a birthday cake. What am I going to do for my birthday? Got plenty of time to work it. So we will see you next week. Bye. Bye from Cely and bye from Leo. And Ruby's asleep like always. Bye.